Welcome back to the channel. Before we even really get started, my second pushrod order got canceled. Speedmeister is becoming Speedshyster. They went from Speedmaster to Speedmeister to Speedshyster. Now they got enough money to fully sponsor John Force's Top Fuel car driven by John Hart, but they ain't got enough money to get the damn pushrods that I need in production. Missed again. I don't love that. But no big deal. We have placed a third order for pushrods going through alexparts.com, which is good because those are the springs that are actually on these cylinder heads. I think they're Alex Parts. They might be Comp. I'm not sure. But we've used Alex Parts in the past, buying springs and stuff from them. So I'm confident that Alex is going to come through for us on this. Also, side note, we didn't get charged tax on the push rods. Now, they were more expensive than the Speedshysters, but they were cheaper than buying Summit. We've crept over the $100 mark on push rods, but we only had to pay shipping, which was reasonable, and we didn't have to pay tax, so I consider that a win. But it's only a win if they actually show up, so I don't know. In our last video, we talked about the legend of 9 Quart Kevin, which still cracks me up, bless his heart. And we couldn't find our balancer puller. If you didn't watch the short that I put up, and I don't blame you for not watching it, we actually found our balancer puller. It was in this box that I have labeled pullers, upside down, of course. And I had hid it from myself and found it as I was cleaning up the shop to go in. So we have our balancer puller. So let's go outside. Let's pull our balancer off, and then let's start trying to knock top cover off. I brought my torch in case you may put a little heat on those timing cover bolts. And let's pull all that crap apart, and let's pull the stock camshaft out of it, throw it over the fence, and maybe hit a small kid in the head at the playground, and start putting in. Oh, we gotta clean the block up. We gotta clean, man. We got a lot of shit. Let's just get to work. Look, kids, look at Daddy doing it right now. Oh God. Oh geez. We're gonna have to cut that screwdriver off. All right, look at this. While we're at it, I want to show you guys, you can probably see this. You see this ring here? It's here. You probably heard about this all the time on the internet. This is no bueno. So there's a good chance that I'm probably gonna have to order a balancer, because that right there, that is not 6,600 RPM approved, at least not in my book. It might be in yours, but I don't think it is in mine. So this is one of them situations. I might have a good one laying around, so but this one is not a good one. This is one that even old Tussin would not use. This is beyond substandard. So anyway, balancer's toast. Just add to the scrap pile. Amazingly, our water pump bolts, so I'm gonna put a washer on this one. So like our water pump bolts came out without any issue. That's good news. Take these two off, then we can knock it loose. We've already got we were missing a timing cover bolt, one of the 1/2-inch ones. We were missing that for some reason. So mysteries. Wouldn't it be crazy? We open it up and it's got like an E-cam or something in it. True story. I was at the junkyard and there was a white GT. This was years and years and years ago. There was a white GT, and I was going to get the 8.8 out of it, which I did, and ultimately that rear end went in crusty, and it's still in there. That's right. So that rear end went in crusty, and I was sitting there looking at the engine, and it was stock, and I told myself, it had a few, like, it had a sticker on the quarter window, and I think maybe David was with me, and I said, you know, This is the kind of guy that would put a cam in a stock engine, and it's just something about it. So I pulled it apart, and sure enough, man, it had a stock freaking cam in. I mean, it had an aftermarket cam. I said, damn. This kind of guy that would have a car that doesn't have hardly any modifications, but it would have a cam in it. And sure enough, it had a cam. It had a Comp NX 264, if you can believe that. And that cam now is in Teresa's car. I put that cam in Teresa's car. Also, for the record, I paid $18. The cam was $18.95 plus tax. That's what a cam cost at the pulley yard back then. So I got a good deal. You know, I can always remember the good deals. I don't really remember the bad deals, which there are a lot. So anyway, let's get these bolts out and try and tap this deal loose. Look at this green. Oh man, Pickle was a show car. That looks like Mountain Dew green, baby. Balancer. Look at this. This is some kind of aftermarket deal. Look at that freaking C-clip thing. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably a pretty nice balancer. It seems pretty nice, but I think we all know that we can't put this back on. We can't put that on the Dirty Pickle engine, and we can't put it in McNugget. Even if we repainted it, we would know. And I can't do it. So I say that. I don't know. That balancer's pretty nice. Maybe we paint it. If we paint it, can we use it? You guys put it in the comments, because by the time I put this up, I won't have put it on, I'm pretty sure. So you guys let me know. If we paint the balancer, I'm gonna put up a vote. I'm gonna put up a poll in the community section. So be sure to vote to use McNugget's old balancer. We are repainting it. It cannot go on orange, that's a fact. But if we repaint it, will we lift the curse? Any of the curse, any juju, bad juju gone. If we paint it, is it gone? Can we use it? At that point, can we use it? Find out who's superstitious in this crew. All right, you let me guys know. Yeah, you guys let me know, and I will do it. Doing this left-handed. Okay, all the bolts are out. Sorry. I want you guys to look at that green that was on here. All right, here we go. Whew. Wow, it's super clean in there. It's weird. How'd you like that? Nice. Okay, let's get that off. Ooh, it's on tight. Come on. Keeping that power in there. I respect that. Right. Come on. There we go. All right. That is the factory dealio. We're not going to need that where we're going. One more for the scrap pile. Put it with the, not even going to cut the screwdriver out of the old balancer. Send it all to the big scrap pile in the sky. That looks stock to me. You get a bolt, now we got to pull it out. You know how I mean? You always pull out. Just saying. Oof, easy. Wow. She's a stalker. Hey dogs, check out some of these lobes right here. Woo. 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 That's pretty sweet. All right, cool. Anybody want this? Didn't think so. Okay, now we can flip this deal over and we can make a absolute mess. and get the oil pan off. Isn't this fun? Getting that black gold out. A freeze plug. I ordered some off Amazon, and those jerks told me they'd be here today, then told me they'd be there, then they changed it and said it'd be here May the 1st. And I told them, Tussin don't roll like that. Ah, son of a. Ordered some, a couple from O'Reilly's. Oh, son of a biscuit. I missed with every single one of those bolts. The O'Reilly's ones were just more expensive. I ordered 2. I want to look at these a little. They look all right. I think just that one. We're just going to change one because we're idiots. Oh, damn. Now this is what high performance looks like, homeboys. Yep. This gasket, man, we might just have to be super careful and keep this. We're not keeping the oil pan. There's nothing really in the pickup, which is pretty sweet. So and I'm not looking at any rods, I'm not looking at any bearings, I'm not doing anything. That's how you get yourself in trouble. It had good oil pressure, it didn't make any noise. Let's bolt this sumbitch together and race it. Well, let's look at the bearing. Oh no, now I gotta rebuild, take the whole thing apart, hone it, and all this other stuff, put it back together. It don't run no better than it did before and probably blow up in about 2 weeks. So the robots, I'm telling you, those robots at the factory knew what the hell they were doing. They were programmed right. So I got a feeling this was a Monday build when the supervisors were coming through. Everybody had their fresh coffee and they were ready to rock and roll. Now we are ditching the oil pump and the factory garbage oil pump shaft for a new oil pump that we have, or a newer and a hardened oil pump shaft, because these things will twizzle like a Twizzler. They'll spin up. It's not good. You see a guy on Facebook Marketplace named Cooter Slattery selling an 88 GT HO OEM original pan, you know who it is. Oh yeah. All right, scrap pile. One of the catastrophic mistakes we're going to make with this engine is a couple years ago, I got one of these Mac, and yes, they have a bad reputation. Got one of these Mac windage trays off the old eBay, and we're going to see how it fits. Now we have an aftermarket oil pan that we're going to be running, our Canton. We're going to see how this fits. I hate breaking main cap bolts loose, but you got to do what you got to do. One of the complaints is also the dipstick doesn't fit, which is fine because we have an aftermarket pan and we're not going to use the factory dipstick. Hey, that looks serviceable. I want to set it on just to see. Well, that's not going to work. We can have the windage tray and a stock oil pan, or we can have the aftermarket pan that has a crank scraper, and obviously it's
deeper and has the baffle so it doesn't run up the back of the pan into the crank when the car launches and all this kind of stuff. So, of course, this is the first time I've tried the Mac windage tray. It's pretty common knowledge that a lot of windage trays, if you have an oil pan with a crank scraper, you're not going to be able to use a windage tray. Even like Canton, you can't use their windage tray unless, you know, with their crank scraper pan. If you have just a standard deep Moroso or something, or China oil pan, that would probably work with it. That would work with this, but we don't have one of those. We've got this. We'll just take this back apart and we'll put this back on, and then we'll just run the oil pan and call that good. So I think that's going to be it. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. But most importantly, thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We couldn't do it without you, and we certainly wouldn't want to. Appreciate all the comments and views on the McNugget thing. A lot of work, but chipping away at it. Until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos, 1 year, single plane, stick shift, push rod, Lincoln Town Cars, 4 drag vans, proud owner, proprietor, drink mixer, DJ, master, extreme pole dancer of Club Big Boost, and is always fighting that good fight against them zombie Mustangs and that rascal Dr. Fear. We'll see you in the next video, where obviously you know what we're going to do.